Behind every legend is a childhood the world rarely understands. When people hear Michael Jackson, they think of moonwalks, screaming fans, and a man who changed music forever. But before the lights, before the fame, before the crown of King of Pop, there was just a boy who grew up too fast, a boy whose childhood was traded for perfection, a boy whose name would echo across generations. This is the story behind the name. This is Michael Jackson, from childhood to global fame. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, a small industrial town where dreams were limited and opportunities were rare. He was the eighth child in a family of 9. His home was small, money was tight, and discipline was strict. Michael's father, Joseph Jackson, believed talent was a way out of poverty. He demanded excellence. Mistakes were not tolerated. Fear became part of the training. Michael didn't choose music. Music chose him and trapped him. At just 5 years old, Michael joined his brothers in a group that would later become the Jackson 5. While other children played outside, Michael rehearsed. While other children slept, Michael practiced. Applause replaced affection. Stages replaced playgrounds. And childhood slowly disappeared. By the late 1960s, the Jackson 5 exploded onto the music scene. Their songs topped charts. Their smiles filled television screens. And Michael, small, shy, and gifted, became the star. Audiences saw joy. They saw innocence. They saw a child living the dream. But behind the scenes, Michael lived under pressure few adults could survive. Rehearsals were brutal. Mistakes meant punishment. Fear followed him everywhere. Michael later admitted he was often scared of his own father. While millions loved him, Michael felt alone. Fame made him visible to the world, but invisible to himself. Michael grew up surrounded by adults, not children. Contracts instead of toys. Schedules instead of freedom. He watched other kids live the life he never had. This absence shaped him deeply. As an adult, Michael would try to recreate the childhood he lost. Through amusement parks, fantasy worlds, and childlike wonder. But people misunderstood this. They judged what they did not try to understand. Behind the smiles was a man chasing something he never had. As Michael entered his late teens, he wanted more. He wanted control. He wanted expression. He wanted to tell his own story. Breaking away from the group was risky, but necessary. In 1979, Michael released Off the Wall. The world changed. For the first time, Michael wasn't just a child star. He was an artist. Then came Thriller, an album that didn't just succeed, it rewrote history. Music videos became cinematic events. Dance became language. Style became influence. Michael Jackson was no longer famous. He was global. By the mid-1980s, Michael Jackson was the most recognizable human being on Earth. His moves were copied. His voice was studied. His presence was unmatched. But fame came with a cost. The higher he rose, the lonelier he became. The media followed his every move. Rumors replaced truth. Judgment replaced empathy. Michael became both worshipped and attacked. Behind the crown stood a man still searching for peace. As years passed, Michael's life became more complicated. Personal struggles, health issues, relentless media pressure. The world debated his appearance, his choices, his silence. But few asked one simple question. What happens when a child never gets to grow up? Michael lived in a spotlight that never turned off. And even legends get tired. Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009. The world stopped. Fans cried. Music paused. History closed a chapter. But legends don't end. Michael was not perfect. He was human. A child turned icon. A dream turned sacrifice. A name that will never fade. And when you hear his music, remember this. Behind the fame, behind the crown, behind the legend, was a boy who only wanted to be loved. This was Michael Jackson. This was the story behind the name.